While in class, a student turned to me and said, "Hey, is there something coming out of my eyes? Your eyes, they're bleeding." He touched his face. His fingers came away red. He just shrugged and went back to taking notes. I looked around AP Chemistry. Everyone was acting normal. Mrs. Price was writing formulas on the board. Kids were copying them down. The new student, Edward, had twin streams of blood running down his cheeks onto his notebook. "Mrs. Price," I raised my hand. "Yes, Roger. Edward needs the nurse." She glanced at him. "He looks fine. Pay attention. He's bleeding from his eyes. Don't be dramatic." Was I going insane? Blood was literally pooling on Edward's desk. Natalie next to me was taking notes. A drop of blood fell from her nose onto her paper. She didn't notice. "Natalie, your nose!" She looked at me annoyed. "What about it?" "It's bleeding." She touched it. Blood on her fingers. So? You need tissues. It's fine." She went back to writing. I stood up. "What is wrong with everyone?" "Sit down, Roger," Mrs. Price said. That's when I saw it. Her eyes were red, not bloodshot. Bloody. Tiny drops forming in the corners. I looked around the room. Everyone. Every single person had blood somewhere. Eyes. Nose. Some from their ears. "We need to evacuate." "Roger, sit down or go to the principal." I ran to the window. The classroom next door. Visible through their window. Same thing. Students bleeding. Teacher bleeding. Nobody caring. I pulled the fire alarm. Nothing. It didn't go off. "It's disabled during experiments," Mrs. Price said calmly. Blood was now running from her nose, too. I grabbed my backpack and ran for the door. Locked. "We're in lockdown for the chemical lab," Mrs. Price explained. "Standard procedure." "What chemical lab?" She pointed to the fume hood where an experiment was running. Something bubbling. No ventilation running. "The ventilation is off." "It's fine." I covered my nose and mouth with my shirt. Whatever was in that hood was getting into the air. Everyone was being poisoned and didn't know it. I grabbed a textbook and smashed the experiment. The beaker shattered. "Roger, that was expensive." "You're all dying." Edward stood up, swayed, then collapsed. Blood from everywhere now. Ears, nose, eyes, mouth. "Edward!" I shook him. No response. Natalie fell next. Then 2 more students. Mrs. Price finally looked concerned. "What's happening?" "The chemical. What was in the experiment?" She looked at her notes. Her eyes widened. "That's not what I prepared." "What?" "Someone changed my chemicals. This is hydrogen sulfide with..." She squinted at her bloody notes. "Oh God. What?" "Nerve agent precursor. We're all being poisoned." "Why didn't anyone notice?" "It affects the brain first. Inhibits panic response. Makes everything seem normal while you're dying." "Why am I not affected?" "Did you take anything today?" "Medicine. Antihistamines. For allergies." "That might block the neural effects. We need to..." She collapsed. I was alone with 20 unconscious bleeding students. The door was still locked. I grabbed the fire extinguisher and smashed the window. Alarms finally went off. I screamed into the hallway. "Chemical leak! Everyone out!" But the hallway was full of bleeding, confused students and teachers. The whole science wing was affected. I pulled the actual fire alarm in the hall. This one worked. Started dragging people toward exits. Edward first, then Natalie. Others were starting to wake up, confused. "Follow me! Cover your faces!" Some listened. Some were too confused. I got 12 people out before firefighters arrived in hazmat suits. "Chemical leak!" I screamed. "The whole wing!" They rushed in, started evacuating everyone. The news said 17 students and 3 teachers were hospitalized. Edward almost died. His eyes were permanently damaged. The investigation found that someone had switched Mrs. Price's chemicals, deliberately. The security footage showed a figure in a hoodie entering the school at night. It was Mrs. Price's ex-husband, chemistry professor who'd been fired, wanted revenge on the school, didn't care about collateral damage. He got life in prison for attempted mass murder. I got tested. The antihistamines had saved me. 1 Benadryl for hay fever was the difference between bleeding out and being the only witness.